Hello, everybody. My name is Nkosi, and this is the Two Sides of a Coin podcast. Also on the podcast is my co host, John. You want to say hi, John?
Hello. How's everybody doing?
All right. So, we're going to get into a couple of topics today. John is, of course, going to give you his food review, and we're going to talk about the Golden Globes that just happened. So, we're going to go over some of the winners as well as some of the high points of the Golden Globes. So, without further ado, John, go ahead and tell people what you're eating this week.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. So the place I went to check out this week around is Q Ramen. Now, this is definitely an awesome Japanese cuisine based restaurant. And I gotta say, this restaurant is full of creative, delicious menu packed and full of grade A good eating. I was satisfied with everything I devoured, literally everything I devoured. I was overwhelmed by how cheap the bill came out to. I mean, seriously, surprised. I've been to a lot of Japanese cuisine spots. I mean, my bill was high, but at that time I was being a glutton, literally being a glutton. Straight away from those days. And I mean, this, I have to say, even though I was, you know, practicing portion control, I was still surprised that my bill came out to that cheap. I mean, the decorum of the restaurant is very zen and a real good spot for small group dinners or birthdays. The staff is on point and very informative. And I gotta say, they have this menu, which is the burger menu, where they do these rice like burgers. And I tell you, totally on point, very good. I had the pork belly burger, and I was tempted to get the teriyaki one, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with my first option. I'm not gonna rock the boat. And when I tried those purple fries, man, those purple fries was on point. I'm like, oh man, no, they say purple fries. There's only one purple thing I know, and it's ube. And I'm telling you, I really enjoyed these ube fries. I mean, well made, and it's kind of like have it kind of like felt like the sensation that every Friday kind of felt like I was having one of those uh like a churro with ube filled inside of it, or it also reminded me a little bit about cakes, which I definitely got to check out again. But Kai Kai Ramen is a restaurant that is definitely breaking down doors. I mean, really breaking down doors over there. I deeply did really regret not ordering enough. I should have ordered more. I had the option to. I honestly feel the prices undersell how good that food is because I had the ramen bowl. The ramen bowls they have are all awesome, by the way. All of them are awesome. I didn't. I went there with a friend of mine. I had a beef ramen bowl. She had a chicken, and we were just like, "Yo, you sure you don't want to get another one?" I was like, "Nope, nah, no, sticking to the plan, sticking to the plan." And I had it just so I stick to the plan. I didn't hesitate. I splurged a little, and I got it the combination with the steamed pork bao bun, and it was an amazing combination. Like I didn't regret anything after I ate. I didn't feel sad. I mean, I still felt a little regret because I didn't get the fries, more fries though. But that ramen bowl kind of helped, soothe the burn. And now you don't have to get the pork bun. You don't have to get the pork bun with the ramen bowl, just to give you the heads up. If you don't do pork, you don't have to do the pork bun. So I'm not going to stress it, you know, anymore about the pork. But there was so many other yeah, so many other good appetizers like takoyaki balls were real good. I really enjoyed those. And yeah, I mean, definitely everybody, don't hesitate if you're down on the dumps and you want like a good place, not you don't always have to go like to Chinatown now because I mean, Ramen is good. And definitely, definitely, definitely check out KYURAMEN. And trust me, I'm a man of my word when I say real good food. And if you're having a bad day, this is a place that'll, take a little bit of away, take that burn off. And yeah, that's all I have to say for my restaurant reviews for today.
All right. So, as we all know, this past weekend, the Golden Globes took place. Now, the thing with the
Hmm.
Golden Globes is this is actually the first year the Golden Globes came back because last year the Golden Globes was not televised. And I know that the Golden Globes is kind of one of the bigger award shows, and a lot of
Hmm.
it was because of a lot of controversy around the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and not having any diversity in the Hollywood Press Association. So this year was
Hmm.
actually pretty big for them coming back. And, we just wanted to talk about it a little bit, comment on it, as well as talk about any of the good or bad things that might have happened during the night. So, John, did you catch the Golden Globes when it was airing?
I caught most of it when it was airing. I was like, I kind of had a little, was kind of little tiffed about, but I got rid of that anger. It was more focused around the supporting actress in TV series. Like I really, realistically, honestly thought Julia Garner wasn't going to win it. I had my doubts because of people that she was other actresses she was competing with. I had my doubt. I mean, I was like, why am I filled with this doubt? This girl is going to win this. She owned in Ozark. She's got this. Stop doubting. And then I'm like, no, she's not going to get it. And then when I heard it, there was like Julia Garner, supporting actress in TV series, musical, was the winner. I was like, yes, that's my girl. We did this. I was really happy because like she was when I first seen her in Ozark, she just like she had me as a big fan.
Okay, I can understand that. I
Yeah.
I feel some type of way about the Golden Globes, and really the way I feel about it is mainly around why it groups the people that it groups, right?
Hmm.
Like in that award that you were talking about, like it's best performance of an actor in a supporting role in a musical, comedy, or drama, right?
Right.
By an actress. Sorry, I might say an actor, but in
No, it's
that one,
actress.
in it's actress. So in that one, they had her going up against Elizabeth Debicek from The Crown, which makes sense.
Y-
Hannah
Yeah.
Hannah Edenbinder from Hacks, which makes sense. Then
Yes.
they also had her go up against Janelle James and Cheryl Lee Ralph from Abbott Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, listen, you're putting musical comedies and dramas together, and I feel like it's a little unfair to group all three of those together. You know, a musical and a comedy, you can group those two together. A
Right.
musical, and a lot easier than you can a musical or a drama. It feels like they're combining too many roles, because
Mm-hmm.
we could just do a best supporting actress of a comedy, because there are enough comedies out
Right.
there for it to be nominated. Musicals, maybe not, and there are enough dramas out there for people to be nominated.
Oh yeah.
So it feels like they smash a lot of these roles together, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily feel fair to the actors or actresses. Now, Julia Garner is an amazing actress. I loved her in Ozark. She is deserving
Mm-hmm.
of that award. I'm just saying Janelle James and Cheryl Lee Ralph were just as deserving if there was a comedy award for
Right.
Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
You know, it's just when you put so many people who, it's like they evoke completely different feelings. Ozark is a completely different show than Abbott Elementary. They're
Oh
not
yeah.
even in the
Totally.
same they're not even in the same genre. So it's,
Mm-mm.
you get what I mean when I say that it doesn't feel necessarily, fair to group so many people together.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's like, let let's just go through the rest of them, so that way we'll go through the winners, and we'll talk about each of them. But we both agree that Julia Garner absolutely was deserving of the award because she was amazing in Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing in
Yeah.
Ozark. I love Ozark. It's such a rich show. I
Yes.
remember just from that first season when he's like, I wasn't I felt happy when I saw your lover hit the pavement. I was like, ouch. That's still a hard scene.
Yo, nah, nah, nah. That was hilarious. Yo,
it,
when he
it
said,
was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. You just like, oh yeah, that's painful. But let's go through the
yeah,
winners. Let's go through the winners. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
you had best motion picture drama. The Fablemans won that. Now, I'm
Mm-hmm.
out of all those movies, I only saw like Top Gun Maverick and Elvis.
Right.
So I hadn't seen
Mm-hmm.
Avatar Way of the Water yet. I have no real inclination to
Same.
see that. I hadn't seen Tar yet.
What?
I I saw the first
Wait.
Avatar. I You take it out of the theater, the story is the weakest part of it, and you know me, I'm a big story
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah, you are.
So it can have amazing visuals. If the story's I'm just gonna be bored. So,
Okay, you went there. I'll give you that one.
I don't know. I'll give it up to the Fablemans. Spielberg strikes again and all that.
Mm,
Uh, so
yeah.
best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama, Kate Blanchett won it for Tar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly, that makes sense. I saw. I think the only person that was close was Viola Davis in The Woman King, and this is no
Yes.
disrespect to Viola Davis. I've seen her do better in other movies than The Woman King.
Yeah.
Um, it's not Viola Davis is amazing. I've seen her do better than that movie. That movie was okay, and she was just okay in it, which is still better than most people. I've just I've seen
Mhm.
Viola Davis do better.
Oh yeah.
You know, best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama was won by Austin Butler from Elvis.
Mm.
I have no opinion on that. Uh, Although there was a lot of people who were really interested that Brendan Fraser didn't win it for that movie, The Whale. Have you seen The Whale?
Honestly, I felt a kind of conflicted with that too because he was really good in that.
So you saw The Whale.
Yes, I did. I'm going to see it again,
Wow.
respectfully.
Okay.
see it again. The first time I saw, I went to AMC, and I was like, nah, this movie was too good for me to have just seen it in a regular AMC. I should have did dine-in theater, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, I'm going to see that with like at Alamo Draft House, because that was, whoo, you know what? I'm not going to continue, because that movie totally overwhelming with emotion, and it reminded me of Brendan. It took me back nostalgically to Brendan Fraser when he was just starting out. Brendan Fraser,
Okay,
you
that makes
know.
sense.
So yeah, I mean, ooh.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Please. Let's
yeah.
moving. Let's move on. Let's move on. Ooh, actresses in drama and TV series. The winner of that was Zendaya for Euphoria.
Well, yeah, I was getting to that, but let's.
Oh,
But yeah, Zendaya was great in is great. So obviously, I have no notes for that one. I'm happy to see that she won that Golden Globe. But best motion
mm-hmm.
picture, musical or comedy, which this is why best motion picture, musical or comedy was won by the Banshees of Inisherin. That is not a musical or a comedy.
Nope. Nope.
That is a drama.
Thank you.
This is what I mean by
I
the
see. I
golden
see your point.
like
When I
it
heard
had
that,
yeah, go ahead.
and I thought back, I see your point.
Because it had Babylon. That's a musical. I'll take that, even
All
though
right.
it's not really, but you get it. Banshees of Inisherin. That's not a musical or a comedy. Everything Everywhere All at Once is not a musical or a comedy. Glass
Nope.
Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, is not a musical. It's not a comedy.
Mm-mm.
Triangle of Sadness is not. That's not really a. That's not really a comedy. Although I've seen it, it was pretty funny at parts, but it was. I'll put it as a black comedy at best. But
Hmm.
I've seen Banshees of Inisherin. It's a really good movie. This should not have won in the musical or comedy. This shouldn't have even been in that category.
Because there was nothing musical about it. Like, I've seen it.
You could have put
Nothing
Elvis in
musical.
this
I don't see
category.
how they put it in there.
You could have put
Huh?
Elvis in this category and it would have made more sense.
Thank you.
Like,
That would have made sense, and it would have won.
nah, Elvis wouldn't have won over everything everywhere all at once. I love that movie. I think that
Yeah,
of
I'm
those
gonna show
five
you
movies,
out.
I think that was the best movie of all of them, simply because when you strip the message of it, it seems so wild, but when you actually look at the message, it is simply about, these it's about generational trauma. It's about keep on
Hmm.
moving forward in the face of everything. It's such an amazing movie. I
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was reflected because they gave the best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical or comedy to Michelle Yao, who
Yeah.
absolutely deserved it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just they also put the menu in they put Anna Taylor Joy in the menu for best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical or a comedy. The menu's not a musical or a comedy. Like Golden Globes.
No, the menu wasn't. And another movie that another one that I was trying to figure out. Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
I actually haven't seen that one.
I was kind of scratching my head with that one. I mean, I seen the trailer and I seen the trailers to it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I was just trying to figure that one out. That one
Well,
kind of stumped me when I heard that.
I mean, it's just, you know, Leslie. Manville is a really good actress. I've seen her and stuff.
Oh
I
yes, she
like her.
is.
So it doesn't surprise me that she got in there, but unless I'm mistaken, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris isn't a musical or comedy. Like Golden Globes, we about to fight in the back. Not fight, obviously, but this doesn't make any sense. All these categories. Okay, moving on because we're just gonna harp on that all day. Yeah. So best performance by an actor in a motion picture is going to be by Colin Farrell for the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yes.
It was a fine movie. It was a good movie. It's just it's not a musical. Moving on. Best mo-
Honestly,
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Now, I have nothing against Colin Farrell, and Banshees of Inisherin was good, but I wanted to really give it to the other actor that was in the Banshees of Inisherin.
I
Um,
yeah.
yeah, no, that's what
So
that's
Barry
just all I had to
Cohagen,
say on
that's who
that.
you're talking about.
Yes, Barry Cohagen. That's who I wanted. I think he deserved it better.
Well, I think if he would have been the lead actor in there, he probably would have gotten it. I think they were just hedging their bets because I think they knew who was going to win the best performance by an actor in a supporting role,
Hmm.
and they did not want to like. I think they felt neither one is going to beat this person, so we got to split the difference. Plus, Colin Farrell was the bigger name on the movie,
Yeah, that's true.
so you know, best motion picture animated goes to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And
I thought Going Red was going to be able to beat that, but then I thought back to it and I was like, it was really a tough competition.
I mean, I thought it was between Turning Red and Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. That was such a poignant movie, and I haven't seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish yet. What I've heard,
Me
it
neither.
is a really good movie. Like it's an exceptionally good movie, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
I saw Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Eh, it's fine.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It wasn't anything
It,
special.
no, it definitely was a step up from most of the other Pinocchios I seen.
Listen, we're not going to talk about the other Pinocchio movies because those are terrible. There are more terrible Pinocchio movies than there are actually good Pinocchio movies.
You ain't lying about that.
Like that literally might be that literally might be just a segment, just like the worst Pinocchio movies you ever saw.
Oh
We could go in on that.
man,
You could do a top five on that.
you know what? You know what? Jot it down. We're doing it live.
I mean, not now, but yeah, we could do that.
No, no, not now. But
But
we'll do it at another
I
time.
think I actually like that idea because oh, there are some bad ones. Oh, there are some bad ones.
Yeah,
We could do five each and not butt heads on any one of them. That is that's a terrible
pretty
thing to say
much.
about Pinocchio, but
Ooh, yes, because the story is so good. The story of Pinocchio is good, man. Boy becomes real after, just going through the trials and tribulations of just being a kid.
I mean,
You know.
the Disney story is good.
Okay.
The
Yes,
actual
you're right.
fairy
The Disney
tale
story is
is
good.
tragic as hell.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
No, because that thing was dark.
It is very dark, but
Very dark.
we'll move on. So the best motion
Ooh.
picture non-English language was Argentina 1985. I don't really
Yes.
have an opinion on this. I did love RRR, and I would have loved if they would have gotten a
Hmm.
Golden Globe. But I'm
Yeah,
okay with this.
I heard that from a lot of people.
It was just such a fun movie.
Hmm.
But hey. Uh, but a big one did happen with the best performance by an actress in a supporting role in any motion picture, which was Angela Bassett, won for Black
Yes.
Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
She deserved it. The
Oh yeah, definitely.
but the big thing is, I believe this is the first acting award won by any actor or actress in an MCU movie. Because MCU has won for
Mm.
costume design, it's won for effects, it's won for like technical awards. I believe this
Right.
is the very first one that's won off of just an acting performance. And that's actually a big deal.
Wow. Definitely.
The MCU can put down an award and say, "Hey, come to us. You'll win. You can win awards with our movies. You can do that."
Hmm.
And
Definitely can.
I know that if anybody starts bringing up like because I believe Joker won a won some awards.
Yeah.
That was that is a that is a you know that's a DC movie, but let's be honest, that's not in any way, shape, or form really attached to the DC cinematic universe.
Now.
It is a comic book movie. I understand that,
Hmm.
but this is in the DC cinematic universe or in the MCU. This is the first one that's won, I believe, an acting award based off of that.
Hmm.
So, Joker did its thing, no complaints.
Hmm.
But Joker is not a part of the cinematic universe, at least to my knowledge. So this one is big. Also going into it, and I think because we were talking about Barry Cohagen, so best performance by an actor in a supporting role in any motion picture was won
Hmm.
by Ke Hu Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't mad about it because K. U. Kwan did his thing in that movie.
He did do his thing in that movie.
I mean, huh?
He did no, he absolutely did his thing in that movie. I'm just saying he went from being a child actor, not acting for a
Doing
very
his.
long time, and now he has
Hmm.
won a he's won an Golden Globe, and his name is out there. He could have kind of like a Morgan Freeman type career, where his career
Yes.
doesn't start to take off until he's in his until he's around middle age. So he could have that Morgan Freeman type career where his career starts taking off
Hmm.
after he reaches like 50, 60. He could have that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, I was like, when I first when I first heard about everything, everywhere, all at once, right? Immediately, like something inside of me just sparked and said, "On everything you love, you better go see that movie." You know, like it felt like how like when you get like when you approach like a bully and they demand something from you. That's how it felt when I heard everything, everywhere, all at once. Like if I didn't see that movie, I would have to deal with an army of people coming at me like, "Why didn't you see that movie?" You know?
I can understand that. I I saw the movie after it had left theaters. I heard so many great things, but I just didn't have the time. So plopped down the money, watched it, and at first I was weirded out and then I started to understand, and then I was just like, at the end of it, I was like, man, this movie is incredible, just top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I walked in there not knowing anything about what was happening, and I was like,
Right.
okay, I understand it. This is amazing.
Yeah, because like, okay, when you said it weirded you out, I think I know which one weirded you out.
What do you think
You
weirded
ready
me
for
out?
it?
Sure.
Was it the hot dog fingers?
Actually, that wasn't the thing that weirded me out. It was
Ah, dang it.
I by that point I understood. Okay, I was like, okay, I get it. Different universes, hot dog fingers, got it. Yeah, we're just casually talking about everything everywhere all at once right now. If you haven't seen it, shame on you. It's a really good movie. You
Yeah,
should go
shame
see
on
it.
you. Mm-hmm.
So with that, honestly, I was weirded out in the very beginning when he was doing his first switching, and I did not understand that they were dealing with like different universes. I was like, is this all contained in the
Mm.
same universe? And that's what was weirding me out.
Okay.
Or once I got over that, I was like, okay, I'm along for the ride. I get it. Uh,
All right.
and also the paperclip scene where he had to get the paper cuts.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that hurt. Um, but moving on
Yeah.
because
No, no. But one thing that had me dying when they went in the universe when they were pet rocks
no, yeah, absolutely, that was a
with the
great
googly
scene.
eyes and oh man, that had me. That so had me. I'm still thinking. I'm still fathoming if I should actually get a pet rock again. Just get it and put the googly eyes on it.
I mean, hey, at least you wouldn't need to feed it.
No, I wouldn't. Wow.
But
I think I just had. Yeah. I might do that.
all right, so moving on, we got to the best director, motion picture. Spielberg again won for
Mm-hmm.
The Fablemans. Like I said, I have no opinion on this. I think this is mostly just people being in love with Spielberg, not really about like
Mm-hmm.
the Fablemans. But I haven't seen the Fablemans, so I could be completely wrong, and it could deserve everything it got.
Right.
Best screenplay was Martin McDonough in The Banshees of Inisherin. It
Mm-hmm.
was a good movie. You know, I'm not complaining
Yeah.
there. Uh, Best original score was by Justin Roish.
Babylon.
Babylon. Babylon was wild.
Yes. Oh man. You say wow. I say ooh, baby.
And
I mean,
mhm,
yeah, it gets wild, but I'm just saying.
it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah,
Now with best
yeah.
original song, I am glad that RRR won for that Natu Natu. That song went so
Mm-hmm.
hard, and it's what I love the most about like. And I know that's not a. I know RRR isn't a Bollywood movie. I believe it's Tollywood. Because there are
Yeah.
different regions in in India or in APAC. There are different regions, and not every movie is Bollywood. So calling
Right.
RRR Bollywood isn't accurate because RRR is a different segment, but it does share a lot of those similarities, so it makes sense. I'm glad to see that movies from outside are happening more and more, and this is from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association that they actually
Mm-hmm.
included, and one that won was a movie that was not from the US at all and
Mm-hmm.
can actually be considered like international because it was such a huge hit.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, we had a best television series drama, House of Dragon won. That was no surprise.
Yes.
You know,
That. Oh yeah. That really wasn't no
Yeah,
surprise.
House of Dragon.
Honestly, I did think. Um. when I heard when they were going over the nominations, and I heard Better Call Saul, Ozark, The Crown, I'm like, why didn't they just keep it between those four? I didn't think. I mean, Severance. It was rightfully there, but I mean, really, I just think it just should have been between those four. You know?
I have no idea what you mean by that.
No, for drama TV series.
I mean, this is actually one where all these are dramas, so you have to have five
Yeah, but
nominees.
because I like Better Call Saul, I like those Ozark in The Crown. I really liked.
Yeah,
I was just like,
I still have
yeah.
no idea
I
what you
didn't. I
mean.
didn't really. Huh?
I I think what you're actually trying to say, because you're just beating around the bushes, you wanted to leave House of the Dragon out so that way something else could win, because you know House of the Dragon deserved the award. And I mean, if you're just gonna say it, then just say it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I was beating around the bush.
Yeah, don't like. Come on, like I don't get what you mean by oh, I just wanted it to be those movies. I'm like, it has to be five. It's always five. What do you mean? Did you think a movie deserved to? Did you think a TV show deserved to be in that over House of the Dragon? Because then now we're having an
N-
interesting conversation. But I don't think there was one. I don't think there was a drama that was out there that should have deserved that would have deserved it over House of the Dragon.
Nah, I didn't think it. I didn't think there was. I was when I first after seeing it after the big press after the first episode, I was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
like the
So the
show.
non answers aside, you just wanted something else to win because you have so much brand loyalty.
Hmm.
So we can just move on there.
Yeah, we can move on.
All right. So as you said before, best performance by an actress in a television series drama was Zendaya with Euphoria. Of course,
Hmm.
great for Zendaya. You know, glad that she got that Golden Globe.
Yes.
Uh, best performance by an actor in a television series was Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. I,
Yeah.
I've seen Yellowstone.
I
I've watched it.
I've seen Yellowstone. I can't. That one, I was like, yeah, that was him.
No, I don't think it was. I actually
Who
think
you think deserved it?
Kevin Costner honestly was in the four spot for this. I think he did better than
What?
Adam Scott. I think he was not as good of an actor in that series as Bob Odenkirk. I don't think he was as good as Diego Luna, and I don't think he was as good as Jeff Bridges. I think I think all three of those dudes brought it a lot more than Kevin Costner. I understand why Kevin Costner got it. He wasn't bad in the series. He was good in that series. I just think this is more like a symptom of,
Hmm.
the entire. I think people were able to relate more to Kevin Costner in Yellowstone than they were
Hmm.
Diego Luna in Andor and Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul. Obviously, he's great.
Mm.
I I think he's already won Golden Globe for that already. So I think that factored into it,
Yeah.
as well as Jeff Bridges with the old man. I think they're like, well, you're gonna get another season, then we can maybe give you one. But
Right.
I think honestly, I think the full range. I think Diego Luna brought it every single episode of Andor. Maybe that's the Star Wars homer in me rolling out. I understand why he got it. I'm not mad that he got it. I just think I do think there's people a little bit more deserving than that, but I'm not mad at him.
Hmm.
So now we get to best television series, musical or comedy. Abbott Elementary one, obviously
Yes.
no notes.
I was Yeah, Abbott Elementary did its thing, yo. I mean, that show from the pilot, it came out swinging.
Yeah,
Have you watch Abbott Elementary, right?
yeah. No, I watch Abbott Elementary. I love the
Yeah.
show. I really just appreciate the whole thing. But I really do like Abbott Elementary. Uh,
Hmm.
the second one, best performance by an actress in a television series, musical or comedy, you know, Quinta Brunson won again for Abbott Elementary. Really happy for her.
Hmm.
She's taken from being a internet personality to now she is a what, two-time Golden Globe winner.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, Abbott Elementary, it's such a Abbott Elementary is in the same vein as Parks and Rec, even though it takes place at with a majority black cast, and I think because of
When you
that,
say Parks and Rec, I was going to say The Office.
I mean, I all right, this is just me. I like Parks and Rec more than The Office. I know there are people who will say The Office is better than Parks and Rec. I think Parks and Rec is consistently funnier than The Office. Like for both shows, the first season is the weakest one, and after
Hmm.
that, they take off, and I just think Parks and Rec is a little bit funnier than The Office. So you can definitely compare Abbott Elementary to The Office. I just think for me, Parks and Rec is funnier. I'm gonna compare Abbott Elementary to Parks and Rec. They are both hilarious.
Okay, okay. And I mean, yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one, Ken. I'm not going to further debate with you on that.
Yeah. And we also got Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. It went to Jeremy
Hmm.
Allen White for The Bear. Now, I've seen parts of The
Yes.
Bear, so he's really good in that. The thing I've also seen,
Hmm.
though, around The Bear, and just a little bit, is how much his personality and a lot of his toxic traits resonate with people who are in the food industry, like in the restaurant industry. Like I've seen
Yeah.
so many people saying like this is bringing up so much stuff that I remember from my time of being in that environment. This is so true.
Working in fast food.
Well, not just working in fast food, like working in high food, working in like Michelin star places where where that
Hmm.
brand of perfection is demanded. You know,
That's true.
it kind of reminded me of and I won't go into it. I forgot the movie. It completely went out of my head, but it had dag, I can't even remember the actor, so we'll just move on. Uh
Oh, dang.
yeah, I can't remember the actor, can't remember the movie. I can see them in my face, just can't remember it. So we're just gonna move on. I'll come back to that metaphor later. Uh, so
Yeah.
best television
We'll
series,
flip over that coin when we get to it.
yeah, best television limited series, uh, anthology series, and motion picture made for television. White Lotus. I was fine with that. White Lotus
Yes.
uh, is a really solid show. I saw
Hmm.
I saw last season. I didn't see this season, but from what I saw, it definitely deserved it. Best performance by an actress in a limited series. That was by Amanda Seyfried for The Dropout.
Yes.
Man, that was fun. To me, the funniest part of that series is there's a moment where she is dancing, apparently like
Hmm.
how Elizabeth Warren dances. It is
Word.
the funniest moment in that entire show, and
It's hard for me to keep a straight face.
it was I was for that alone, I was like, you had to have broken down laughing at least 3 dozen times. This looks so bad, so awkward.
Oh man.
And the fact that it's Lil Wayne in the background as she's dancing, and it honestly, it looks like one of those robots that you'd see from DARPA in like the alpha
Mm-hmm.
stage, like dancing. Like, is this how am I supposed to do? Little jump. There we go. Yeah. It's like it's
Oh,
it was so bad. It's like it's impressive you're moving at all. We'll get to the rhythm later.
right.
Oh, it
Mm-hmm.
was I was laughing that entire moment. And the rest of the series is great too. But it's just that was so funny. It was so funny. Amanda Seyfried is a great actress, and it just goes to show that she can make
Yes.
those incredible moments where she is being straight serious, and just this is so ridiculous that you were just uproariously laughing at the contrast in those two.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm not gonna because I would just start laughing hard if I kept talking about it. Uh,
I mean, we would have. I'm literally trying not to bring it up again. I'm having a hard time.
yeah. So we'll
Really
move
having a
on.
hard time.
We'll move on. We're just ooh
Please, please,
keep a
please,
straight face and
please.
move on. So
Right.
best performance by an actor in a limited series. We got Evan Peters for Dahmer. You know the Jeffrey
Mm-hmm.
Dahmer story.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about that. And I think the reason why I don't know how to feel about that is because the actress version, Jennifer Coolidge, got it for White Lotus, and obviously Jennifer Coolidge, great actress. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I loved her in it. The I'm glad she got the Golden Globe. Dahmer is such a weird thing for me. I saw Dahmer, and it's not that he was bad
Mm-hmm.
in it. I'm just it's one of those pieces of media where I wasn't sure it should have been made. Not that it's bad, but I'm just not sure it should have been made.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I mean, in a way they could have. I mean, the whole story, but with it all is it's just something that we have a hard time swallowing. Or maybe that was a bad choice of words just now.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. Let's move on. Let's move on from that. Ugh.
Please, please.
Uh, so
Yeah, please.
next one we're going to talk about is best performance by an actor in a supporting role in a limited series. That was
Mm-hmm.
Paul Waterhouse with Blackbird.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Waterhauser in Blackbird. I didn't really see
Yes.
Blackbird, um, so I have no opinion on this one. I'm just happy for him. You know, I wish F. Murray Abraham could have gotten it for White Lotus, but that's just because I love F. Murray
Mm-hmm.
Abraham so much. So there's that.
Can go along.
Uh, you know, we talked about Julia Garner winning for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role,
Mm-hmm.
and Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical Comedy or Drama was won by Tyler James Williams from Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
You know, he
Yes.
went from Everybody Hates
I
Chris
feel he's
to,
going. Yes. Well, what were you about to say after you said everybody hates Chris?
well, I was going to say he went from Everybody Hates Chris to now being an adult and winning a Golden Globe. So he's still
Yeah.
pretty young, so he's his upward trajectory is now just up there. He's moving places.
Really is. I mean, I've seen him do so many cameos in so many shows. I just salute to that man, you know?
I think he's just been a consummate actor. I think with a lot of comedy people, what a lot of people forget is that
Hmm.
comedy and drama are two sides of the same coin,
Right.
where it takes timing to be a good comedic actor, just like it
Hmm.
takes timing to be a good dramatic actor. Because
Facts.
if you hold that pause 1 second too long or 1 second too short, the drama is ruined or the joke falls flat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's got that. I think he's a really good actor, and I love the fact that he's getting his recognition and flowers. Now, having said all that,
Mm-hmm.
still don't loop comedy or drama in the same category. Don't do
Right.
it. You're
You know
not
what?
getting
I
off the
think
hook for that. Golden Globes.
okay. Okay. So I'd say we've been going over this so many times about comedy and drama being looped in the same category. I mean, we could literally start. I think this Golden Globes, if we were to rewatch it, we can create a game, a drinking game off this right now.
We really could.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna do it, then just do it any motion picture and let them battle it out. Because if you just say any motion picture and you get nominated, great. But if you're saying,
Yeah.
oh, musical or comedy or drama, musical or comedy, you're stuffing too many in there.
Right.
Just just move on. Just move on.
Yeah.
Like maybe, and this might be controversial for many people, maybe the Golden Globes needs to take television awards completely out of it and leave it up to the Emmys. I
Mm. Dang. That was
listen,
deep.
I'm not I am not against it. The thing is, the Emmys can show everything because they are just TV. The Academy Awards can just show movies. The Golden Globes are both. Maybe the only way to make it better is you do the TV Golden Globes and you do the movie Golden Globes. Maybe that's how you rectify everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Okay.
going to, I'm not going to get on anybody if they don't. I'm just saying this in today's day and age, this no longer makes a lot of sense. But we've gone through all the awards, John, and are there any special moments that you remember from that night outside of people getting awards?
Um. No, not really.
I mean, the only two that come up to me is obviously when Eddie Murphy got the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
Yeah.
That one was great. He also alluded to the obvious Oscar slap that happened.
Oh.
That was
I thought
hilarious.
that was funny. That was so Eddie. That was
Uh,
so Eddie.
Absolutely. And I honestly think that Gerard Carmichael did a great job in hosting the Golden Globes.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think he did a great job in hosting it. And the reason why I think he did a great job is if you've seen Gerard Carmichael's comedy and you've seen the type of comedian that he is, you would know that he is not one of those like set up punchline kind of comedians, right?
No, he's not.
Because I think if you show it to somebody and they're expecting, oh, he's a set up punchline kind of person, he's a set up punchline kind of person, and you don't see the setup or the punchline, and you're
Mm-hmm.
just saying, "Oh my God, this guy doesn't isn't doing well because he's not doing that." That's not the kind of comedy that Gerard Carmichael does. Like
Mm-hmm.
Gerard Carmichael is very observational. He's very uh he's very poignant and focused with his comedy. So it's a lot of observation and also just awkwardness that's talking about how crazy this situation is, and then you think about it and then it is, oh, this is hilarious. Like when he went out there and
Mm-hmm.
his first thing was, let's be honest, the only reason I'm up here is because I'm black. Just immediate. That should tell you the tone of everything. If you're like, tell a joke, it's like, that's the joke. He's not, he is showing you, yes, this is the reason why I am here. What are you
Hmm.
gonna do about it? What, like, if you don't like it, don't care. And his entire opening monologue was just people being just so awkward. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is not fun. This is uncomfortable." That's his comedy. Like,
Hmm.
he's gonna make you uncomfortable, and if you can enjoy being uncomfortable, you're gonna love it. And if you don't, you're just gonna think, "Oh, this isn't for me," which it isn't. Not comedy. Comedy's not for everybody. Not every
Right.
way somebody does it is for everybody. So I loved it. It was so hilarious. When he made the joke about Scientology with Tom Cruise,
Hmm.
the reaction from everybody, there was laughter, but there was also like, oh my god, he did go there, and he was like, I don't care. And this did remind me of what happened with Hannibal Buress and Bill Cosby.
Mm.
Like, that whole thing started because Hannibal Buress made a joke about it, and it wasn't really a joke. He was just like, "Yeah, like this is something that's happening. It's not funny. I'm just stating it. Like people don't know about it, and people just kept talking about it. Like, so hey, if you're in that space, maybe damage control is best. I don't know. I'm not gonna give any opinion on it. I'm just gonna say jokes have a way of cutting to the bone and sticking with people a lot more than facts do, just because of its delivery method. I mean, we've talked a lot about the Golden Globes. Um,
Oh yeah.
I think we both enjoyed it, and
Hmm.
yeah. So
Hmm.
John, tell people where to find you.
So, where you can find me is doing right by my body because now I'm about the health is wealth, yo. So, feel free. Hit me up on Fat Man Loves Anime NYC 21. Don't be a stranger. If there's a restaurant you want me to check out and give it a good review, let you know if it's worth adding to your line of restaurants as go-to places, don't be scared to hit me up, message me, DM me. I answer to all my messages. So I am hankering for some good food. So yes, hit me up. Don't be scared or be a stranger.
Okay.
Yes,
So
and
for
try not to get overwhelmed by the '90s charm.
okay. So for myself, if you want to find me, you can find me where the podcast lives. So you can find us on Twitter at Two Sides Coin. That's TWOSIDEZ Coin. You can find us on Instagram at Two Sides of a Coin. And you can also find us or email us at two sides podcast at gmail.com. That's TWOSIDEZ podcast at gmail.com. We appreciate
Hmm.
you guys. Have a great rest of the week. And also, I know this will come out after Martin Luther King Day. So, happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, happy MLK Day.
All right. And we'll talk to you later.